Now, when our founders were putting together the initial copywriting program, everything was pretty much direct mail. But everything we're talking about here is going to be applicable online as well, in different degrees. So if you have just a landing page, it's going to be much shorter than a long sales letter or a long landing page that scrolls and scrolls. But the same principles apply. So it's really important that I walk you through these now, and then you'll know, this is where I can apply this. So the simple formula involves getting the prospect's attention, keeping that attention, making it impossible to refuse this product or service, and then compelling that action that we've talked about. Now, Don Mahoney is one of the other founders of AWAI, and he's no longer with us, but he was an amazing copywriter, and he took principles and spun them around in the most fun way, and he walks us through the 4 Ps of a very successful structure of a sales promotion. He said, the hidden structure is the way you lead your prospect through the piece and build his interest in the product, getting him so excited that he's willing to spend cold, hard cash to get it. So let's walk through that, the 4 Ps that he created. First, you have the promise, and we've talked about that big idea. What is the main promise of your promotion? Then you're going to help the prospect picture what that promise would mean to him. That before and after that Ryan talked about, here's where you create a picture of the after. Then proof. We have to back up that emotional impact with some logic and credibility. And then push. That's where you ask for the sale or the action. So promise means that you're making your prospect a promise. It's as simple as that. We've talked about that. You identify a fear or desire, a goal or a problem that the person needs to solve, and it's something that would be keeping them up at night or daydreaming about. Then you're going to tell him in your copy what you'll do that eliminates that fear or solves that problem or wish. And then you do it in a way that helps the prospect envision the happy result. That's the after that we talked about in the before and after. Okay, again, I know I'm repeating myself, but it's so important to grasp these concepts. I hope you don't mind. But again, who is the prospect? Now, for the sample we're going to show you in a minute that Dawn created, it's someone who wants to lose weight the easy way. Wouldn't we all love that, right? It's also about enjoying food that he or she will like. It's being able to stick with it and seeing results. Slimmer, more attractive, your clothes fit better and look good, all of that. That's the prospect for this promotion I'm going to walk you through right now. And it's something Dawn created to show us how the 4 Ps work. It's a peanut diet. That's what we're promoting here, and it's fictitious, but Dawn came up with it. It's actually a peanut diet guidebook. So his opening line is, "Dear Dieter," and again, this is the promise, "I've got some exciting news for you. You can eat all the peanuts you want, and you're going to lose 50 pounds in a month. In a little while, you'll weigh less than you have since you were 12 years old." Now, you might be smiling and going, this is ridiculous, but actually, it's just demonstrating the 4 Ps in a fun way, so it'll stay in your mind later when you're actually writing the 4 Ps in a serious way. That's the promise. You're going to lose 50 pounds in a month. You're going to weigh less than you did when you were 12. Okay? You with me? The promise continues. You won't have to count calories and you won't have to deprive yourself of your favorite food. It's easier than paddling downstream. Your life is about to get better beyond anything you've ever imagined. We're still making a big promise. But wait, I have to tell you something honestly. There is a downside. You'll have to buy all new clothes to fit your skinny new body. But I don't think you'll mind one bit. So again, they're making that promise. You're going to be slim. Slim as you always wanted to be. All right, so that's the promise. And now we're moving on to the next P, which is, I want to caution you, you want to create the next P or the picture before you mention the product or service, because you're still touching them emotionally as far as getting interested in the desire they want to solve, losing weight. So you don't want to give away what the product is yet. You want to keep that interest going. Okay, here's the picture part. Help your prospect picture the promise in her mind's eye. Try using the word picture in your copy. People do that all the time. Like, picture yourself walking along the beach in Acapulco. And then you want to describe what it's like to enjoy that solution using all the senses. And then consider drama to take them to that new place, that after place we're talking about. And you need to make it all believable because remember, they buy emotionally first, but then they need logic to back it up. Alrighty, here's what the picture looks like in the copy. You're going to have more energy than you've ever had in your life. You're going to be slim, attractive, and have more dates than you've ever had in your life. Just picture yourself out on the town for a night to celebrate your new image. There's a new spring in your step and a lively gleam in your eye. People stop to stare as you saunter by, admiring your powerful, lean body. You exude the essence of animal magnetism. In fact, you're going to feel so good, even your work will prosper. Don't be surprised to see your income double or triple in the next few months. Imagine buying that Rolls Royce you always dreamt about. Can you see yourself driving down the road with the top down, munching on your peanuts? So there's a picture. We've painted a picture. You're walking along, people are admiring you, and they're actually hiring you for projects and giving you more money than you ever had. All right, so that was all the fun, the promise, and the picture. And that is really, in a nutshell, so to speak, how you set the stage for the prospect. Now, again, you're going to apply this in very different ways depending on what you're writing about, but you get the idea that you are first reeling them in with something that is appealing to them and they can picture it. Now we're going to get into proof. And this is where you have to bring in the logic because a lot of purchases might be major or not even major, but someone might question, why did you buy that? And they have to feel they can justify a purchase. So this is where specific facts come in, such as statistics, findings, reports, customers before and after photos, testimonials, case studies, those all come into play and are very, very powerful. Authorities or endorsements from doctors, professors, industry leaders. You also have recognition like the Good Housekeeping Seal of Approval or awards or best of lists. All of those things add logic, proof, credibility to that irresistible promise you made. And when you're presenting this credibility, remind the reader or the prospect of these benefits when mentioning the proof. So here's what it looks like in our fictitious peanut diet letter. Here are a few amazing facts you may not know. A peanut has only 0.10 calories. That's right, just 1/10 of a calorie. This means you can eat 12,000 peanuts a day and still be getting only 1,200 calories a day, few enough to lose 8 pounds a week. Peanuts contain micronutrients A, B, and C. A little-known study from Harvard Medical School has recently proven that these are the 3 most important nutrients for human beings, staving off major illnesses and life-threatening diseases. And according to the American Dermatologist Association, peanut oil is the single best source of moisture for the skin. Who knew? In fact, when Aunt Rosie went on to this diet, her crow's feet disappeared and she looked 25 years younger. Now again, we're being a bit silly, but you can get the point where credibility and adding a benefit when mentioning it can really be powerful. And then another example of credibility is we mentioned the Harvard Medical School study, but here we have a letter from the desk of someone at Harvard Medical School. So that is a credibility point that will make you feel better about that peanut diet. Here are some more. Have believable customer testimonials. Now, when I say believable, they have to sound authentic, be from real customers, and have customer names. You cannot have fake testimonials. You might even get in trouble with the FDA if you do that. So make sure you're using real testimonials and using the best nuggets from those testimonials. Don't go on and on and on. Pick the best stuff from each one. Now, something we're going to dive deep into a little bit later on is the USP or unique selling proposition. If you've never heard of this before, it's basically how is your product or service unique and better than anything else out in the same category. So just to touch on that now, what makes this peanut diet better than any other diet solution out there? So the copy actually asks that question. What makes the peanut diet the best or only solution? This is truly the most revolutionary diet ever to bless 50 million overweight Americans. It works better than any diet that's ever been found. There are no powders to mix, no schedules to remember, no portions to weigh and measure, no calories to count, and no combinations to track. It's simple, healthy, and it works like a charm. And everything you need to know about the peanut diet has now been put together in one place. Now this is where we finally introduce the product. As you'll notice, we already went through that promise and the picture, and leading up to this point, now he mentions the product. In fact, my Health Through Peanuts book is the only place in the world where you can find this information. So the USP here is that this book is the only place to find out about the peanut diet. So our friend Bob Bly looks at the USP this way, or how you come up with it. He said it has to have a direct or implied benefit. And I know that Ryan Dice has talked about benefit too as being the main piece of what the USP is all about. So buy this and you get this particular benefit. And then it has to be an important benefit. And then of course it must be a unique benefit. So it's all about the benefit, of course, but how can you make your benefit different from anything else out there? Now on to the final P, which is push, and that means the offer and the call to action where you're actually going to get the prospect to respond. So this is where you close the sale, in this case, and you want to make an irresistible offer. So buy now and save 30%. That's the irresistible offer. It's a very clear and specific offer to save 30%. And you want to add urgency to act right away. This says buy now, but you could even add a deadline to it to make sure that they purchase it before that deadline ends and they miss out. And then finally, make it easy to respond. In this case, it's just a click of a button. So in our peanut diet example, here's where the push comes in. Right now, for a limited time, I'm making a special promotional offer. I want to get this book out to the public so people can see for themselves the remarkable results of the peanut diet. Specialized books of this nature, produced in limited quantities, usually sell for $50 to $75, but you're not going to pay $75 for Health Through Peanuts. In fact, you won't even pay $50 for this rare and powerful information. If you act today, you can take advantage of my limited time introductory offer and get my revolutionary book, Health Through Peanuts, for only $19.95. So notice that he set up what it normally would cost, and now you're getting an irresistible deal. But please, you'll have to take me up on it immediately. I cannot promise to hold this price for long. When the first printing has run out, this offer will be over, and the next one will be at the full price of $49.95. So if you act today, you can save an amazing 60% off the regular price. Alrighty, now we've shown you the fictitious peanut diet letter and all the 4 Ps in there. Let's look at a real example now that's online for Proactive and how they use the 4 Ps. First, they make that promise and picture. Your skin can be clear. The picture is this. Being in control of your acne frees you to feel positive about your skin and yourself outside and inside. That's what Proactive can do. Reveal your true self to the world. Your beautiful skin and the confidence that comes with it will continue to improve even after your acne has cleared. Okay, so that's the promise in the picture. Very short and sweet. Now we have a proof. Now we have proof with a USP, that benefit that's unique. So we have the fastest, gentlest, and most effective Proactive ever, exclusive smart tech technology delivering 2 times more medicine into the pores, and it's the first skincare system to manage acne and take care of other skin issues. So that's the proof. If they had a seal on here, that would be even more proof. Other proof on the site, though, they have celebrity endorsements. So they have Juliana Hough, dancer, other people that are famous, they use Proactive, so obviously it must work. And then finally, the push. This is where they have an offer for kits starting as low as $19.95. Save up to 50%. Order now. That's it. That's the offer and the call to action. So that's a very short example of the 4 Ps on a website.